I'm standing here with Mark Elam, founder of Oath Coalition, Oklahomans Against Trafficking Humans. You're a full-time abolitionist, and actually you're a FBI Oklahoman of the Year for your work in human trafficking. Mark, what's going on in Oklahoma, and why did you choose this career?
Wow, big question. There's a lot happening here in the trafficking issue that we were so unaware of. The issues of the highway system coming through Oklahoma, number one in women incarceration, number one in child abuse. How does a state become number one in child abuse? That's us. Number two in teen pregnancy, number three in divorce, number four women murdered, killed by their husbands or lovers, low in education, low in per capita pay. FBI says we're a prime area for recruitment. And so many of the cases that they're working are young kids recruited from home, online, put into the forced prostitution. Average age, that's 12 and a half years of age. They find Innocence Lost finds Oklahoma kids all over the nation being prostituted right here from Oklahoma. So we think about, Detroit's bad, Chicago's bad, Vegas is bad, Houston's bad, Dallas is bad. What we didn't know was that the individuals there that are being victimized many times came right out of the heartland, sometimes right from Oklahoma. We're trying to put an end to that, deal with that situation, make awareness happen so that we'll stop that activity.
Well, you're really making a difference, Mark. I know when you started talking to news agencies and local news media people, they basically looked at you like you were coming from another planet.
They had never heard about it. In fact, I remember approaching some of the professionals and saying this is what this was, and they said, we don't have that in Oklahoma. We're the professionals. We would know. And I said, well, here's our statistics. Come to our task force. I remember writing a very high-ranking official in the state of Oklahoma who gives oversight over all the state, who told me personally, we have not had a trafficking case here that we know about. And I said, well, just come and speak at our task force and share what your agency does. You get to a man by asking him to come to brag about himself. And so he came and spoke to our task force, and we all, great job, yay. And then for the next hour, he listened to us go over case after case after case that we were working on with his mouth open. At the end, he said, I'm sorry, I did not understand how much of it's happening here. And it's just that awareness, awakening that all of us need to come to, the educators, the faith community, law enforcement, service providers. All of us need to wake up to what's been happening that we were misclassifying. We thought it was prostitution. We thought it was migrant workers, and that does happen. Right. But many of them we found out are victims being forced to do this.
Okay. You actually had a former victim here tonight that from right here in Oklahoma at 13 years of age was being prostituted illegally on the street. She spoke tonight about what was going on. She was being arrested at 15, treated like a criminal, locked up. How are you changing the mindset of what's going on with law enforcement and the public?
That's a great illustration because it began young as a personal offense, but then that changed her and made her vulnerable to traffickers to commercialize her. And they did start doing that from the age of 13 and 15 and on up. She was arrested over 70 times by law enforcement. They didn't know. They thought she was doing drugs. She was hard to handle because she had so much pain in her life. She's being prostituted. She eventually got her life turned around. She's working now on her master's degree in social work and helping others. And just yesterday morning, and she talked to him today, one of the chief of police detectives here in the Tulsa County called her and said, can you come over and tell us what to be looking for? We were not looking for people like you. So now they're asking her to come and teach them how to identify these young victims, what to look for, what are the signs, and she's giving back now. The big thing is they're asking the right questions now. Show us how to find these victims. We haven't known how to look.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about how a trafficker grooms a young person like this, and what are the signs we can look for as the general public to make a change?
One of the big things that we're really trying to help parents understand is that if a pervert or predator came to your school or to the playground, you would call the police. If they came to your neighborhood or to your front door, you would arm yourself to defend your family. But they're coming right into your kid's bedroom online, pretending to be friends. We have discovered case after case of men posing as 14-year-old boys on MyFace and Zanga and gaming sites and chat rooms, talking to young girls, becoming their friends. They're 11, 12, 13. They've got a 14-year-old cute guy giving them attention, playing games with them, talking to them every day. They're waiting for them to get in an argument with their mom. And when they do, they're online telling their friends, and there's that friend saying, your mom isn't treating you right. That's not fair. Why would she say that? I would never. Hey, let's meet for a Coke. 30 million kids online today. 1/3 of them have or will leave their home to meet somebody they've never met before, and they won't tell you when they go. That is a dangerous risk to all types of exploitation, all types of even abduction could happen there, has happened there, and trafficking can occur. So we are working out a program, educate Oklahoma kids, going into the public school systems with the curriculum from NCMAC, National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, to teach kids how to understand, how to be aware, how predators and traffickers are working to recruit them out of their homes. But we're also coming back that evening to teach parents how to get involved in your kid's life, how to get into the computer, how to spy on your kid. You know, when you take them to the park, you watch them for their safety.
Right.
Who's watching them online?
That's good.
And so parents need to be involved in that. We give you the tools how to do that, how to find out their passwords, see who their friends are, make sure that you know that they're safe there. It's a great place to be online, but it's also a great place for traffickers or recruiters to find kids. And if a parent's watching it, they would know, they would alert police and get that stopped.
I know you've got lots of opportunities for people that want to help, and what would you say to somebody that wants to help you this year?
Well, first thing we want you to do is educate yourself, learn more, get online, Google human trafficking, go to our website, oathcoalition.org, find out more, look at our blog site, start Twittering out and Facebooking to your friends, and then come to one of the community forums monthly or online, learn more what you can do. You can talk to your church. Next month, February 1st, is National Freedom Day by President Obama. March 13th is Freedom Sunday, where churches all over the world are taking time to say a prayer, to bring awareness to that. Get your church to do something. Have the youth group do a drama. I mean, make an issue there on March 13th. April 13th and 14th is our conference here in Oklahoma, in Tulsa and in Oklahoma City. Speakers from all over the nation here, training individuals. You can come to that. And then in June 11th is our Oklahoma Freedom Rally, where communities from all over the state will have an activity in their state, travel on those same highway systems that the traffickers using to the Capitol, have a rally there and a celebration at Bricktown. So there's many opportunities. We have outreach programs and research and legislation work and going into the runaway shelters and the detention centers. There's just lots of opportunities to help. It's grass levels organization. Now, we can't give you a gun to go kick down doors, and we can't give you a license to do counseling, but there's a lot of other things you can do to make a difference.
Well, Mark, your organization, you've really empowered them, and you've really mobilized them, and we honor you for your accomplishments here. FBI Oklahoman of the Year, Mark Elam, founder of Oath Coalition, Oklahomans Against Trafficking Humans. Mark, thanks for your work.
Thanks, Mike.